Okay, so Othello. So this is a drama. You all know that this is a drama. So there will be 2023 new students also. So anyway, I warmly welcome you all for our first session. So yes, Act 1, Scene 1. Now here it is mentioned as Act 1, Scene 1. So what are these acts? What are the main acts? What are the scenes? So because throughout this drama, you will be able to find out acts and scenes. Drama ke purawatama ogolanta me acts and scenes hambena. So act. So an act is kind of a group or a collection of two or more scenes that form a major division of a play. Play eka. So drama, or else you can use the word play. Play eke. So a collection of several scenes. A collection of scene can be named as act. And you can find out scene. Scene is kind of a part of the action of the drama. So usually happening in a particular time and place. May scene particular time and place. So for each and every scene, you can see particular specific time and also a setting for these scenes. So if you further study this drama, so you would be able to find out that the structure of this drama, as you can see in my screen now, the structure of this drama. So there you can find out acts and scenes. You should have a clear idea about these acts and scenes, especially when it comes to Shakespearean drama, tragic drama, tragedies. They have set structure. So if you study this structure, so ground situation, I will discuss these things in detail. Right? Make ground situation in actions. So the actions are progressing upward. Upward in the sense towards the climax. Drama can say actions may act act 1 ground situation can chutak above level it say act 2. So there comes climax, then act 3, so 5. So likewise, it's the yes. So it is the progression of the actions. Okay, so there you need to know, there you have to understand the meaning. What do you mean by these acts? And also, what are the functions of this act? So you should have kind of a good knowledge, good understanding about the deviation of acts and scenes of this drama. Okay, so scene 1, scene certain plays so now here enter Rodrigo and Iago. So now here you can see these are in italics. So why is that? So these are called stage directions. Stage directions here. So stage direction in the sense, the instructions written into the script of a play. So there's these instructions. So actually these are the main purpose of these stage direction is to guide the actors and actresses. Right? So it indicates kind of stage actions and movements and performance of the actors and actresses. And also it's kind of revelation about how to enter the actors, enter and where to stand and when to move. Many instructions, the stage directions. And also sometimes they give instructions about lightning or scenery or sound effects. Stage sounds what italics made stage directions දක්වලා තියෙනවා. Okay, now Rodrigo speaks at the very beginning of this drama. Tush, never tell me I take it much unkindly that thou, Iago, who hast had my purse, as if the strings were thine, shouldst know of this. So now Iago starts this drama. So Tush, that means be silent. Never tell me I take it much unkindly that thou, Iago, who has had my purse. Now he's speaking to Iago, who has had my purse, as if the strings were thine. You're controlling my purse. So you had the strings of my purse. Strings of my purse. So that means whenever you need, you can open my purse and spend as much as you like, and whenever you need, you can close it. Purse ke strings තියෙන්නේ ඔයාගේ අතේ. තිබ්බේ ඔයාගේ අතේ. So that means you are controlling my money as your wish. Should know of this. Right? It's kind of metaphoric here. Should know of this. You should have known of this matter because you had the control of my money. Whenever you ask, I gave you money. Right? So here should know of this. This refers to the elopement of Desdemona. You know, elopement, runaway. Right? Know of this. කියන්නේ මේ Desdemona මේ පැනලා ගියපු එක ගැන ඔයා දැනගන්න ඕනේ. මොකද ඔයා මගේ පර්ස් එක එකේ බහැලා මගේ පර්ස් එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් යූස් කරේ ඔයා. Because so its hidden meaning is that Rodrigo was spending money for Iago. So Iago was taking money from Rodrigo. So now here you can get that. Here I have mentioned actually here when you study the script, my annotated script, so you can find out so all the dialogues and so these conversations are rewritten by using modern text. So this blue font is the modern text of this drama, right? So now he is kind of accusing Iago. Iago to put accuse එකක් දානවා. මෙච්චර මං ඔයාලට සල්ලි දීලා. I spent a lot of money on behalf of you, but you did not tell me that. Tell me about the elopement of Desdemona. Right? ඔයා මේක ගැන අනිවාර්යෙන් දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. Now Iago is speaking for the first time. Blood, but you will not hear me. You will not listen to me. Blood, he is swearing. Right? So he is swearing by using blasphemous words. So now these words are called as blasphemous. Blasphemy. Actually, it's a kind of a reflection of his character. Iago, blasphemy, using blasphemy. දෙවියන්ට විරුද්ධව මේ blasphemy දිවුරනවා දෙවියන්ගේ නම පාවිච්චි කරලා දිවුරනවා. So it's kind of revelation of Iago's character. But you will not hear me. You will not listen to me. If I ever did dream of such a matter, abhor me in the sense hate me. ඒ වගේ දෙයක් මං හීනකින් හරි කරා නම් මට ඔයා hate කරන්න. If I ever did dream of such a matter. Matter of what? Matter of cheating. So if you are given context questions, so you have to explain all of these things. Matter, what is that matter? Such a matter of cheating you. How? So knowing about the elopement of Desdemona and not revealing it to Rodrigo. So that is the matter. ඒ කියන්නේ Desdemona Othelloත් එක්ක පැනලා යනවා කියලා දැනගෙන ඒක කියන්නේ නැතුව හංගගෙන ඉන්නවා. So that is the matter. ඒ වගේ දෙයක් මං ඔයාට කරා නම් abhor me, that means hate me. Now Rodrigo speaks, thou toldest me, thou didst hold him in thy head. So here thou, you know the meaning of thou, you. So it's all English you. You told me you did hold him in thy head. So here him refers to Othello. You told me that you hated him. So here I have mentioned. So now Iago speaks again. Despise me. Despise in the sense hate me. If I do not මං යාට hate කරන්න නැත්නම් මට ඔයා hate කරන්න. Three great ones of the city. Now here Iago is explaining his reasons to hate Othello. And calling me then Rodrigo කියන්නේ ඔයා මට දැනගෙන ඉඳලා elopement එක ගැන මට කිව්වේ නෑනේ. Rodrigo has an idea that Iago has cheated on him. Now cheat කරා කියලා. Now from this section, Iago is revealing his reasons to hate the Moor. Three great ones of the city in personal suit to make me his lieutenant. Despise me if I do not. Three great ones of the city, three great ones, it refers to respectable people of the city in personal suit to make me refers to Iago, his lieutenant. His refers to Othello's. Respectable persons, they spoke on behalf of me. They spoke personally to Othello on behalf of me. To make me, to appoint me as his lieutenant. So here you can pronounce this word as lieutenant. So if you use British English, you can pronounce this as lieutenant. But if you use American English, you can pronounce this as lieutenant. Lieutenant, so that is American, lieutenant, it's British, right? So off-kept him, off-kept in the sense respected. So those three great ones respected Othello. So with much respect, they suggested my name to become his lieutenant. And by the faith of man, I know my price. I have kind of belief about myself. By the faith of man, I believe myself. I know my price. So that I know my value. I'm worth no worse a place. I know that I'm not worth for that position. So now here I'm worth no worse a place. I'm worth in the sense valuable. No worse a place. Not for a bad position. I'm valuable, but I'm not for such a bad position. But he refers to Othello. But he, as loving his own pride and purpose. So remember that when you write answers for context questions, you have to explain these pronouns. But he, as loving his own pride and purpose. Okay, so now here we perceive Othello's character in the perspective of Iago. Iago's point of view, Othello's character, right? According to Iago, Othello is kind of proud person, loving his own pride and purpose. He only thinks about his purpose. He loves only for his purpose. And also his pride, his proud person. Evades them, evades in the sense, ignores. Them refers to one. The monadmya ignore kare, avoid kare. Now who is avoiding? He, Othello. Othello was kind of a proud character, very haughty character. So he avoids them. Avoids them refers to the request made by the three great ones. The requests, the suggestions made by the three great ones to make Iago as the lieutenant. Iago will lieutenant karami kiela, tapu suggestions tika mea evade kara. With a bombastic circumstance, bombastic in the sense, bombastic language, bombastic with lot of lies and lot of decorations, bombastic language, lot of fanciful sentences, bombastic, harima purajeru kataven, bombastic circumstances, horribly stuffed with epithets of woe. So now how he spoke, how Othello spoke. He spoke by using lot of bombastic words and sentences. Bombastic. So it shows his character according to Iago's point of view. Iago tamai Othello me vidihata dakinne. Okay, he's kind of bombastic person. Harema purajeru parek vidita. Horribly stuffed in the sense filled with epithets of woe, epithets in the sense words or expressions, exaggerations about woe. Right? A noble, three respectable persons in the city, great ones in the city. So they requested in a respectable manner to appoint Iago as the lieutenant. Egolo bhoma gauraveng Othello ging illin kara Iago wa lieutenant karanna. But Othello was very proud character. By using his bombastic language, he just avoided those requests, just rejected those requests by using his own bombastic language. Harima purajeru aggahala. So he spoke about the epithets of war. Epithets, his experience at war. Right? So he thinks that I know a lot of things. I can appoint my lieutenant alone because I know everything about war. I have got first-hand experience of war. I know all the matters related to war. So he is such bombastic person, right? And in conclusion, at last, none suits my mediators. None suits, again, rejected my mediators. Who are his mediators? Three great ones. Reject kala. For such, that such in the sense, certainly, says he, I have already chose my officer. Officer So he is very proudful character. I have already chose my officer. And what was he? Now here, the question is not about the name of that person. What was he? So the question is about, now it is not a question, just he is telling how the. So what was he? Talking about his occupation, position. Talking about that appointed person's position in the society. And what was he? So this is kind of talking about the social state of that appointed person. Forsooth in the sense, in truth, a great arithmetician. So now Othello had appointed an arithmetician, arithmetician who does mathematical calculations and also accounts and all the numerological things related to war, related to the military service accounts, arithmetician appoint one Michael Cassio. So Michael Cassio Kela Kenek. So that is the use of one. Michael Cassio Kela Kenek A Florentine. So Florentine in the sense, a person born in Florence. Florence is a city in Italy. Florentine කෙනෙක්. Florence වල ඉපදිච්ච කෙනෙක්. A fellow almost damned in a fair wife. A fellow, a man, almost damned in the sense cursed in a fair wife. Because of having a fair wife, so this person is cursed. So that could be kind of a weakness of this person. Now they're talking about Michael Cassio. Cassio gonna kata karani. The newly appointed Lieutenant Michael Cassio. So now here it has kind of a reference to an Italic proverb. If you have married a fair wife, you are damned. You're cursed. Fair wife කෙනෙක්, beautiful wife කෙනෙක් marry කරලා නම් ඉන්නේ, you're cursed. You're cursed because of your fair wife. It is Italian proverb. Okay, so now this is the one and only place it is mentioned about Cassio's wife in this play. So it is mentioned as wife. A fellow almost damned in a fair wife. So this is kind of controversial in this drama, because many critics, so many critics, they are giving their own idea about this. So some people tells that, so it is kind of a reference to Cassio's girlfriend, Bianca, right? But some people just tell that it is only a proverb. Okay, so now here I think that this is a reference to Cassio's girlfriend, because Cassio is not married. So Bianca, although he has got a fair wife, although he has got a fair girl friend, so his life is cursed. He is staying kind of a damn life that never set a squadron in the fair. So this is kind of description of this Cassio, that never set a squadron in the sense battalion, Senankia, squadron in the field in the sense battlefield, arena, Satan Bima, battlefield එක කවදාවත් battalion එකක් organize කරලා නැහැ. Nor the division of a battle knows. And also he doesn't know anything. He knows nothing about the organization of army, divisions of a battle, the organization of an army, and also the hierarchy of army. More than a spinster, unless the bookish theoric. He is more than a spinster. Spinster in the sense, an old woman who spinster kenek. Right? An old woman who spins thread nul hadana kenek. Old woman. Okay, so he is also kind of similar to a spinster when it comes to his knowledge about the military service. His experience about battlefields, he is much similar to a spinster. Unless the bookish theoric, he only knows bookish. He knows only the books and also the theories written on books. So he is only kind of theoretical person. He is not practical. Practical connect knows only theories, not the practice. So he knows only the theoretical aspect of war and military cases. He doesn't have first-hand experience, practicals, wherein the togged consuls can propose as masterly as he. Wherein from that the togged counsels, so counsels in the sense counselors, who wear Italian cloth called toga. Togged counsels. The counselors who wear togas. So here I have added a picture. So this man is wearing a toga. Maybe the togas and in the counselors. So in that society, counselors, those are educated people. kind of philosophical people, they wore togas, can propose as masterly as he. So he might be suitable to become a philosopher or an educated person who wears toga. May toga and in a counselor kenek wenna me hondata match wenna. Mere prattle in the sense mere speech. Only speaking, mere in the sense only speaking katava vitara, without practice, without any practicals, is all his soldiership. So that is all his soldiership. He can only describe his soldiership by using his speeches. Yage soldiership එක නිකන් cutting විතරයි soldier can. Without any practice. He doesn't have any experience. Cutting vitaraya soldier can. Is all his soldiership. But he refers to Cassio. Sir had the elections. But he, me wage kenek. But he, although, now here, but, so using of this conjunction in order to tell the contradiction, right? Eva kese vetat, eva hemunat. But he, Cassio, got selected, had the election, this is got selected. Patuna, patkala. And I is Iago, Matamokadoni, of whom his eyes, now here he refers to Othello's. Othello's eyes had seen the proof, seen the evidence. Sakidaka, right? So what did he see? His contributions in the battlefield. But I, of whom his eyes had seen the proof, at Rhodes, at Cyprus, and on other grounds. So he, actually there were a lot of battles, a lot of fights in Rhodes. So these are the areas, and Cyprus, and also on other grounds. So Othello saw the dedication, the contribution done by Iago on such battlefields. මේ වගේ battlefield එකේ මෙයා මොනවද කරේ කියලා ඇස් දෙකෙන් proof දැක්කා, සාක්ෂි දැක්කා. Proof, what kind of proof? The Iago's contributions to the battles. Other grounds, Christian and heathen in the sense non-Christian, must be believed and calmed. So he was engaging, believing, that means making, surrender, making helpless, and also calm, making silent those Christians as well as non-Christian people. By debitor and creditor. By debitor and creditor. So this term, debitor and creditor. So this is kind of expression about accounting system in that era. So by debitor and creditor. So talking about Cassio, because he works with numbers and accounts and all. This countercaster, so this word countercaster is used to describe Cassio. Countercaster who calculates accounts and all. Arithmetician, countercaster, me counters wala idang me ganang hadana manusya. This countercaster. He in good time, he refers to Cassio. In good time. So that was his lucky time, good time, lucky time. All of a sudden, so the time is also in favor of his circumstance. Good time, lucky time, fortune. Must his lieutenant be, right? So because of the goodness of his time, because as his lucky, he was appointed as the lieutenant. And I refers to Iago. Now Iago is speaking. God bless the mark. God bless. Now he is, so I think earlier you saw that he's using blasphemic words, blasphemics, using God's name to swear. Swear karana, diuran God genam pavichi kana. It's kind of a sinful act. It's blood, God's blood. Deviyan palla. Deviyange blood palla. So like that. Swearing by using God's name, misusing God's holiness, right? So it's kind of sinful act. So Iago is a sinful character. Then God bless the mark. Now here he is using this God bless. So it is kind of exclamation of impatience. He's agitated. Is in an impatient circumstance. God bless Devi Angama Pihitai. So the tone is not that blessing tone, right? So he is not using this to bless Othello or Cassio. He's just using in a sarcastic way. God bless the mark. Mark ekata Devi Angama Pihitai. Right? So the tone is not wishing, not as a well-wisher, not as blessing, not as praying for the mark. So the mark refers to Othello's mark, right? Mark on the flag. Flag mark. So symbol, actually it's a symbol. His more ships, ancient, his more ships. So more, you know the term of more. Right? So more in the sense, so here I have written, a member of a Muslim people of Berber and Arab descent living in Northwest Africa. I mean, Muaslavi. So they are kind of, their belief, their original belief was Islamic. But Othello now belief system is with Christianity. Right? So they are more Islamic people who has kind of a descent of Northwest Africa. Northwest African sambhavyak tiyana me Islamic ayata thamai me muwa kiyanne. Right? So black people. So actually this is not a good term to use. Nowadays people do not use this term. Me are ancient. So that is also kind of a position in army. So Othello's ensign, or the flag bearer of Othello. Flag bearer, what do you mean by bearer? Flag I think that you have seen in English movies, old movies, flag bearers. So here I have added a picture of a flag bearer. So this is the duty of Iago. Then Iago to war එක යුද්ධෙදි කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මේ වගේ symbol එක flag එක අරගෙන යන්න විතරයි. Right? So now here that is why he is telling God bless the mark. So the mark on the flag, the symbol, Othello's army symbol. එක අරගෙන යන්නේ මේ මෙච්චර fight කරපු මෙච්චර සටන් කරන්න දක්ෂ Iago has appointed in order to bear the flag of Othello. Although he fought very well, although he showed his colors in the battlefields of Cyprus and Rhodes, කොච්චර හොඳට fight කරා. එයාට දැන් හම්බෙච්ච අලුත් position එක තමයි මේ කොඩිය symbol එක අරන් යන්නේ. So that is why he is using God bless the mark, the young Peter mark. His more ships ancient. So Othello's flag bearer, he is not satisfied with the position that he got, right? So he's kind of jealous towards Cassio. But Cassio, so this bookish theoric, has been appointed as the lieutenant of the army. මෙච්චර සටන් කරපු මම කොඩිය උස්සන් යන මනුස්සයා. So that is the, yes, that is his attitude. Okay, then Rodrigo speaks. By heaven, now he is also using kind of swearing, by heaven, by heaven, I rather would have been his hangman. So now earlier, Iago was talking about appointments, right? Cassio was appointed as lieutenant, Iago was appointed as ancient. The Meakino Rodrigo. මටත් I would have been මටත් වෙන්න තිබ්බේ ඔය ඔකගේ hangman in the sense executioner අලුගෝසුව hangman the murderer, right? So if I were to get a position I would select the position of hangman to him. Okay? So this line has kind of a relationship the previous speaking done by Iago. Then Iago calling Cupid තමයි මේ උත්තරේ දෙන්නේ. Iago කියනවා casual lieutenant කළා, මාව ancient කළා. ඊට පස්සේ Rodrigo කියනවා මටත් මොන හරි position එකක් ගත්තා නම් මම දෙවියන් බලලා මම දෙවියන්ගේ නාමයෙන් ගන්නේ අලුගෝසුවා. His hangman. He refers to Othello's hangman. Right? So now Iago speaks again. Why there's no remedy, there's no solution for this. As the curse of service. Now he is talking about service, military service. So it's a curse, it's kind of a curse, it's kind of a burden. So you have to know the attitude that they had about their military service. They're not satisfied with their service. They're not satisfied with what they're doing. Preferment goes by letter and affection. So now this is Iago's perception, okay? So you should not take this perception in personal. Personally, so when you are writing answer, don't be a sign. Don't take these things personally. Now he's telling preferment in the sense promotion, preferment. But our promotion goes by the letter and affection. Letter in the sense personal recommendation. Personal recommendation. Right? Kauru hari personally meya honda ekka recommend kara letter ekak liyana. Right? Ehemai promotions yanne. And also the affection, their friendships and connections, relationships. Letter and affection. So here you can get an idea about the appointments and also the hierarchies of that military service. Those are bias. So here I have written that word bias. Bias in the sense partial. They choose their positions, their officers, according to their favorism. Favorism was there. I mean, according to Iago's perception. Favorism එකක් තියෙනවා. Preferment එකක් තියෙනවා. මොන හරි position එකක් දෙද්දී අර කැමති එක්කෙනාට වඩා prefer කරන එක්කෙනාට තමයි දෙන්නේ. And not by all gradation. So he's talking about earlier, past. But in the past, there was kind of custom of seniority. Gradation එක seniority එක අනුව දුන්නේ. Seniority. Right? Not by all gradation. When it is in the past, there was kind of gradation. There's kind of an order of the grades. Grades are the order එකක් තිබ්බා. So all of these military appointments were done according to the gradation, according to the hierarchy, where each second stood heir to the first. What does this mean? Each second, හැම දෙවෙනියෙක්ම, second refers to the person who stays in the second position. දෙවෙනි තැන ඉන්න කෙනෙක්. Where each second, දෙවෙනි ස්ථානයේ ඉන්න හැම කෙනෙක්ටම stood heir to the first. Heir in the sense kind of heritage. Heir to the first. පළමුවනියා වෙන්න heir එකක් උරුමයක් තිබ්බා. So each second had an opportunity to become the first. දෙවෙනියට ඉන්න කෙනාට කිසියම් තනතුරක කිසියම් hierarchy in the sense order of a service. Right? මොන හරි service එක hierarchy එකේ දෙවෙනියට ඉන්න මිනිසයාට කවදා හරි first වෙන්න උරුමකමක් තිබ්බා. So that is the process of all gradation in this military service. Military service එකේ එහෙමයි උනේ. Lieutenant කරන්නේ lieutenant වෙන්න ඉන්න දෙවෙනියා. Right? So, but now everything is biased. Everything is driven according to the personal personal recommendations and also favorism. Then hamadeyama favorism එකට යන්නේ. Whether I in just term am affined to love the more. Whether I refers to Iago, whether I in any just term am affined in the sense bound to love the more. Now he is asking. So now earlier, what is the accusation given by Rodrigo? Now, if you are given this part, okay, so now if you are given this part to write answer for a context question. So now here you have to describe whether I in any just term am affined to love the more. What does it mean? Actually, this line has a relationship with the previous statement done by Rodrigo. Rodrigo කලින් මොකද්ද කිව්වේ? He accused, ඔයා මේව දැනගෙන හිටියා. So you were known to these things. Should know of this. You knew about this elopement, but you just cheated me, but you just misused my money. Whether I in any just term am affined. So now by considering this, now he is telling that. So he had to face kind of injustice because of Othello's appointment. Injustice because of these appointments done by Othello. Right? Whether I in any just term. So now I told you that he revealed his reasons to hate Othello. And so if I have any kind of term, any kind of condition to bound and to love the more, whether I, the person called I, mama kiyana ekkenata, monawa hari condition ekak, mona hari term ekak tiyanawada to love the more. Now, sir, be judge yourself. Then ඔයාම හිතලා බලන්න. හරි මම ඔයාලට කතාව කිව්වනේ. So I described my situation. So now you can judge, you can get into a decision whether I have any kind of condition, any term to love the more. මුවට මට love ආදරය කරන්න, කැමති වෙන්න. කිසිම හේතුවක් තියනවාද කියලා දැන් ඔයාම බලන්න. So you can judge yourself. Okay, so now here, then Rodrigo answers, I would not follow him then. So now here, I would not follow him then. So if it is like that, and you would not follow him refers to Othello. So if you don't like him, you will not follow in the sense you will not obey him, you will not like more then, right? Now he is answering. Now Iago is speaking, so this speech is very important. Also content you in the sense control you. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. I follow him refers to Othello, to serve my turn upon him, to take my revenge upon him. Serve my turn, that means to take revenge, paligan, upon him from Othello. We cannot all be masters. No, all masters. Api hamotam masters cannot be truly flawed. And also we cannot be flawed by others. Cannot be truly followed. That means other people would not flow us. So it refers that we won't be masters. You shall mark many duteous, that means many obedient, and knee-crooking knave, knee-crooking in the sense respecting Tanagahala, bowing in respect karana. Crooking knave. Knave refers to servant or scoundrel. That doting on his own obsequious bondage. So that doting in the sense in favor of or fond of his own obsequious, that means humble bondage, humble slavery. So where's his time? Now he's talking about servants, slavery. So working as slaves to master. You shall mark many adulterers, many obedient, and knee-crooking, respecting, bending down servants that who are fond of and his own obsequious bondage, his own humble slavery. So they will consider this bondage, slavery, bondage, as kind of humble one, wears out his time. So spending his time, spending that servant's time, much like his master's ass, working like master's ass, master's donkey, right? So that servant is spending time in vain without any purpose, wasting time, right? Now Iago is talking about one type of servants. So when it comes to obsequious or obedient, humble servants, so they would prefer having that bondage, bondage, slave kenek විදියට ඉන්න එකට කැමති. So they are fond of, they're doting on that. And they will spend their own time, much like his master's ass, will work like a donkey, as in the sense donkey. So now Iago is using animal imagery in his speech. So often you may find out that he often uses animal imagery in his speech. For nothing. For nothing, but provender in the sense food, that means dried food or hay of cattle, right? Donkeys food walata. So it indirectly suggests that servants, they are working on behalf of a salary to provide their supper. And when he is old, he refers to that servant. Cashiered in the sense thrown away. The servant just thrown away. With me, such honest knaves with me. So those kind of honest knaves, honest servants should be whipped. Others, there are who? Others. So he's talking about two types of servants, knaves. Others, the other type of knaves, there are who trimmed in forms and visages of duty. So they are trimmed in the sense dressed in forms and visages of duty. Visages in the sense appearance or mask of duty. So they just wear kind of outer coat of duty, wearing appearance of duty, just appearing to be responsible people. Responsibility, duty, and only for the appearance, keep yet their hearts attending on themselves. From outwards, they are just showcasing, they are just showing off. Show off that they are responsible. They are kind of bound towards their masters. Masters like bandira inna kiyala එක බොරුවට පිටින් පෙන්නනවා. Right? Keep yet their hearts, but their hearts, by heart, they are attending on themselves. So they are kind of very selfish and thinking only about themselves by their hearts, right? From heart, they think only about their matters and throwing but shows of service on their loads. So by throwing but shows of service, they are only pretending that they are serving. වැඩ කරනවා කියලා, service එක කරනවා කියලා, just showing on their lords. So on behalf of masters, they just pretend that they are serving, they are providing their service on behalf of their lords, masters. Do well, thrive by them. So then they become very successful, and when they have lined their coats, when they got rich, and when they achieve their goal, right? He meet a master kenek passen inno boruwata piting pennagana that those kind of nails, those kind of, that they are kind of bound towards their masters, right? boruwata pretend karagana inno, namuth athulen they only concerned about themselves. So do well, thrive by them, and when they have lined their coats, when they have lined, so when they become rich, when they have earned kind of considerable amount from their masters, and also when they achieve their target, එයාලට ඕනේ වැඩේ කරගත්තාම, එයාගේ codes line කරගත්තාම, right? Do themselves homage. So then they say goodbye to their masters. These fellows have some soul. So talking about the second type of servants, second type of workers, egolanta, these fellows have some kind of a spirit, and such a one do I profess myself. So now he spoke about two types of servants, two type of knaves. The first type of knaves, first type of servants, they are humble, they are obedient towards their masters. They just work as donkeys, and they just work and get the salary or their food. That's all. That's why they work. ඒගොල්ලෝ වැඩ කරා, salary එක ගත්තා, එකෙන් food ගත්තා. So that is their only one and only purpose of working on behalf of their masters. But when it comes to the second type of knaves, the second type of servants, they are cunning, somewhat cunning than the first type. They're cunning. They just appear to be as dutiful, right? So they just appear to be as very kind of bounded towards their masters. Masters love anyway kapavela bandila inno kela pennana, but they are not like that. Their ambitions are different from what they showcase to the outer world. Ediyata pennana wage neme eyalage tiyena purpose එක, their attitude. So they just follow their masters in order to fulfill their own targets, in order to reach their own targets. Master to yes and also kiyagen passen ine eyalage target එකට යන්න. So now Othello is revealing his true characteristics. And such a one do I profess myself. So now he is claiming that these fellows have some soul. For sir, it is sure as you are Rodrigo. So it's sure. So your name is Rodrigo. So that is me. ඔයාගේ නම Rodrigo කියලා sure නේ. So ඒ වගේ තමයි මම මේ විදිය කෙනෙක්. So I'm like this. Where I the Moor, I would not be ego. So where I the Moor. So when I work for Moor, so he is using this term Moor, right? Moor refers to Othello. So when I work on behalf of this Moor, I would not be ego. That's not me. That's not my true character, is working on behalf of Moor. And following him, I follow by myself. So it may appear to be that I'm following the Moor. But I follow myself. So I am following my own interest. Mage interest විතරයි මම follow කරන්නේ. එතන මුව ළඟ ඉන්නේ ඊයාගො නෙමෙයි. Right? Heavens is my judge. Heaven is my judge. Only God knows my ideas. Only God knows my next step. Yes, not I for love and duty. I'm not staying with that moor for love or duty. I'm not staying with him in order to fulfill my duty. duty but seeming so. But it's kind of appeared to be for my peculiar end, my own, my specific end. I'm just staying there on behalf of my particular end, my particular purpose. For when my outward action doth demonstrate the nature act and figure of my heart. For when my outward, because my outward action, outward action doth in the sense does demonstrate, that means shows the native act in the sense my own act, my impulses and figure of my heart. So the wish of my heart, the attitude that I bear with my heart, in complement extern. So in complement extern, so my original actions and the original figures, original shape of my heart, and also my native act, my own action. So those are kind of covered to the external people, outward, complement extern in the sense outward show. So my reality is covered by the complement in my outward show. Mage outward show එක හින්දා මගේ ඇතුළේ තියෙන hari figure එක, hari native act එක. So those are covered. It's not longer after, but I will. It's not longer after, but I do not hope to cover up all of my true figure of the heart and also my native act for any longer. I'm not just showing off by using kind of an extern, outward show but I will wear my heart upon my sleeve. So I will show my character. I will show my real character soon. I will wear my heart, my attitude, my inner, the things that I bear in my heart upon my sleeve. I will bear my heart. I will show my heart to the outward world. For doves to peck at. So the doves in the sense, for any chattering fools, for the people, the commenters, to mock at me, to peck at, to talk about that, to talk about my attitude. So he's talking about other people. So soon I'm going to show my real character, show my real heart to the outer world, so that they can peck at it. They can peck, they can just mock, they can comment, and they can blame, and they can criticize my heart, my real attitude. So soon I'm going to show my reality. I'm not going to hide all of those things any longer time. So I'm not what I am. So this is very remarkable sentence, very remarkable saying told by ego. I'm not what I am. So this showcase the theme of appearance versus reality. So it's kind of concurrent theme that you can find out throughout this drama. Appearance versus reality. Penana vidya saha reality ka satya. So those are kind of two contradictory things. I'm not what I am. Right? I'm not what I am. So this is very important line. So this phrase, I'm not what I am. So it has kind of a connotation, right? So when you analyze a literary text especially the famous quotations, you have to consider about the denotations and connotations. May sayings වල denote වෙන දෙයක් තියෙනවා සහ connote වෙන දෙයක් තියෙනවා. Right? So when it comes to its connotation, මේක connotes කරන්නේ මොකක්ද? Right? So you will get the basic idea. You will get the basic I understanding that I am not what I appear to be. So that is the basic denotation. I mean the denotation driven by this line. But when it comes to the connotation, right? So the connotation is much deeper than this surface level idea. Then surface level idea. So that means I'm not what I appear to be. So that is the denotation. So when we examine the connotation, it touches the deeper levels. So here you have got a question. If you are not what you are, then what are you? Who are you? Then who are you? Seriously, who are you? So this is kind of a paradoxical situation. It's really a paradox. A person can be one thing in appearance, but the interior, but the inner, the inside can be different from that person's appearance. So that is why it is kind of paradoxical. So ego is never what he appears to be, right? Character. So it's very important line in this drama. Okay, then Rodrigo speaks, what a full fortune does the thick lips of. What a full fortune. Fortune in the sense property. So what is this fortune? So he thinks, Rodrigo thinks Desdemona as a fortune. Fortune ekakdami thick lips of in the sense own, belong, thick lips. So this is also kind of racism in this drama. So when you continue studying this drama, you might find out a lot of instances of racism. Racism is there. The thick lips. So thick lips, it refers to Othello, the man who has thick lips. So here I have added a picture, thick lips. So usually African people, they have thick lips, right? So now here, thick lips, it refers to Othello, and he's telling that me thick lips to monatharang fortune me hambala tiyenne. If he can carry this, now he is carrying such a big fortune. Right? So here, yes. So when you continue actually to this extent, you did not find the name of Othello. Othello mentioned, it is not mentioned the name Othello. So rather than mentioning the name Othello, they used he, pronoun he was used to describe Othello, as well as thick lips, the Moor. So those are the terms used to describe Othello. Okay, so here what kind of an idea that you can get. Now here, thick lips. So depending on his physical appearance, just insulting a person. So this is insulting a person based on that person's physical appearance. So this is an act of body shaming. So this is called body shaming, right? Thick lips. Thick lips in the. So just insulting that person, using body appearances in order to insult a person. And also you can get this as kind of racism also. Rodrigo can be labeled as a racist, right? So because thick lips, when it comes to thick lips, African people have thick lips, right? So earlier Moor, right? Othello was mentioned as Moor Kelakian. So there, What can you get what type of an idea that you can get from mentioning Othello as Moor? So that is also talking about a person based on that person's ethnicity or the race. Right? A person ගැන කතා කරන්නේ යාගේ ethnicity ගැන කතා කරලා. So Othello's individuality is neglected. So when it comes to you and me, we all have our own individuality. We have our own names. So now here, so these people, so these gentlemen, they have neglected the individuality. So the concept of individuality is neglected. Right? So rather than taking the individual person, they are much concerned towards their narrow ideas, narrow racial and ethnical ideas. So when you proceed this drama, you can find out color bar and also ethnicity and racism. So those types of ideas. And also this is kind of discrimination. Right? And also this is kind of stereotyping. So stereotypical ideas. So considering insulting people based on their bodily appearance. So these type of things are recurrent in this drama, throughout this drama. Okay, so if you have any questions up to this part, you can ask.